welcome to our lesson for today. So, last time, remember, we were in Judah and we talked about how Joash, the boy king, was made king of all of Judah by his uncle Jehoiada, who was a priest, and how Judah was happy because now they had a good king and they had a king who followed the laws of God. Now, all the way back in Israel, Jehu is king, and Jehu remained king for a long time, and then his son was king after him, and then his grandson was king after him, but it was his great-grandson, King Jeroboam II, who made Israel a great and strong nation again. But there was something wrong. King Jeroboam II did not follow God's laws, did not obey God, did not listen to God. So there was a lot of things that was wrong in Israel. There were a lot of things going wrong in Israel. So God decided to send Amos.
God decided to send Amos to Israel to warn them of all the bad things that they were doing and the judgment that would come,
and just tell them to turn back from their evil ways and turn away from their evil ways.
So Amos was a farmer and a shepherd. So that means he would farm and then he would keep sheep. So that is what Amos was doing. So when God sent him to Israel, Amos decided that he was going to carry some of his
wool so that he can go and sell it. So then he started traveling. Now Amos lived all the way in Judah. So he took all of his wool from Judah and he went to the marketplace at Bethel in Israel. And then while he was there, he started to preach to the people
and he started giving them warnings of what God had told him. So he had specific groups of people that he targeted. So the first group was the traders. And he said, you traders, you change the weight of the grains that you're selling so that people pay more and they get less than what they paid for. Your prices are so high that the poor cannot afford. They can't afford it. They can't come and buy anything from you. And when they're able to buy something from you, you sell them the bad grains. You sell them the bad grains instead of selling them the good ones. You sell them the spoiled ones. And when they can't pay their bill, when they can't pay for their grains, you take away their clothes and you leave them cold and shivering in the streets, or you make them slaves. God will not stand for this. And he said God was not happy and he would not stand for that.
He will not tolerate it any longer.
And then Amos turned and saw another woman that was very well dressed with very expensive
clothes and an expensive perfume, and she was a rich woman. Then he turned and said, you rich women are also to blame. You force your husbands to cheat and to lie so that they can get more money, so that you can use that money to buy expensive clothes and wine and all of this. And then he turned to all of the other rich people and said, you rich people, all you do is just sit around and be lazy and drink wine and sing and do nothing the whole day, while your slaves who are hungry and tired are the ones doing all of the work. Then he said, God demands fairness and kindness. And then he turned and looked at the rest of Israel and said, you people of Israel, listen to me. God demands justice in your courts. Now, when something goes wrong and someone is taken to court,
they can't find justice.
They will not find
unless
they're
able to bribe the judges
with a lot of money. So unless they can give the judge a lot of money, they won't find any justice. And then he said, this is wrong. God demands justice and fairness to flow freely
Yes.
All throughout Israel.
To all people.
Yes, he wants justice. He wants fairness. He wants kindness.
Yes.
But the people of Israel did
not
want
want
to
to
listen. And Amos continued. And when he talked about how there's a bull calf outside the shrine at Bethel, and he said, this is so wrong. There's not supposed to be this. And then he spoke against the king. One of the priests stood up and threatened him and said, you go,
Please go away and
go to Judah and go preach there.
Judah, go preach at where you come from. That's because Amos was coming from Judah. So he rudely told Amos to go away with his sermons and his messages back to Judah and preach his messages.
And the people of Israel decided not to listen to the messages from God. They decided not to listen. So children, what we learn from this is, as children of God, we need to always remember God's laws and follow them, because the children of Israel had forgotten all of these laws. Now there was so much there was so much wrong happening in Israel. So as children of God, we need to always remember God's laws and follow them.
Yes, and then something else like Amos did, when God gives you a message, even if the people don't want to listen, even if it's not good to the ears, you have to bring God's message as it is. If it's a warning, give it as a warning. If it's a blessing, give it as a blessing, just as God has instructed you to do. So that's our lesson today. We're going to stand up and sing our song. So let's all stand up and sing this song.
Okay kids, it's time for us to sing our song. Now we've just learned about how we should never, ever forget about God's message and God's laws. So now we're gonna sing a song that will remind us to hide God's word in our heart so that we never, ever forget it. So everyone stand up and help us sing this song. I'm gonna hide God's word in my heart, it's a lamp unto my feet. I'm gonna read God's word every day, it's a food, my bread and meat. I'm gonna stand on the truth of the Bible. I'm gonna open my eyes, I'm gonna memorize. I'm gonna hide God's word in my heart, it's a lamp unto my feet. I'm gonna read God's word every day, it's my food, my bread and meat. I'm gonna stand on the truth of the Bible. I'm gonna open my eyes, I'm gonna memorize. I'm gonna hide God's word in my heart, it's a lamp unto my feet. I'm gonna read God's word every day, it's my food, my bread and meat. I'm gonna stand on the truth of the Bible. I'm gonna open my eyes, I'm gonna memorize. I'm gonna hide God's word. Yay! Okay kids, it's time to do our craft. Now we've just talked about Amos and how he became a prophet and decided he was going to go and give God's message to the people of Israel no matter what, even when they refused to listen to him. So remember when we talked about Amos, we said that Amos was a shepherd. So for our craft, we have a picture of a shepherd, and this is Amos. And what we're going to do is we're going to put cotton wool on our sheep so that we can remember Amos was a shepherd who decided that he was going to go and spread God's message, even if the people were not going to listen to him.
Even if the message was harsh.
Even if the message was difficult and was harsh to hear. Yes. So what we have here is we have a beautiful picture of Amos and his many sheep, and he's in his farm right now with his sheep, taking care of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to color our picture first. So I want you to color everywhere where there's I want you to color the whole picture except for the sheep, because we're going to put cotton wool on the sheep so it looks like the sheep have real wool. So just take your colors and start coloring. Okay, so once you have your picture colored and you like how it looks, next thing you need to do is you need to go and take glue. So you need to go find some glue, take some glue, and take glue and just put it around your sheep. Anywhere that you're going to stick cotton wool, just fill it with glue.
Okay, and once you have glue all over, next thing you need to do is you need to pick up cotton wool and just stick it all over. Put it all over your sheep. Okay, and once your sheep have wool all over them, the last thing I need you to do is I need you to take your pen and I need you to write where this story of ours is coming from. So right at the top of your picture, I want you to write, Amos delivers God's message. And this story, we can find the whole story of Amos in the book of Amos. So at the bottom, I just want you to write Amos. So there we go. Now we have a beautiful picture that shows us who Amos was, and it also tells us that what Amos did is he delivered God's message.
Yes.
So that is our craft for today. And our lesson for today, remember our lesson for today is that no matter what, you should be ready to deliver God's message. And as children of God, we should never, ever, ever forget God's message.
Yes, and you should always be ready to give God's message just like it comes, or just like God tells us to do it.
Yes.
So that's our lesson today. Until next time,
Bye.